Good morning, boys. How are we doing today? Huh? How are we doing? You look hungry. You want some food? Today's gonna be a good day, guys. I can feel it. Good morning, everybody. My name's Joel, and welcome to A Stable Life. The horses are looking good today, and we have had a very cold evening. Temperatures are now resting in the low 20s pretty much every night, and our days are running in the low 30s. The horses are all looking good. We're gonna get them in and do a quick inspection and make sure none of them are cold. Whew. I might have to figure out how to work this camera with gloves on. That should prove interesting. Today's going to be a pretty interesting day because, to start, today is opening day of hunting season here in northeastern Pennsylvania. And that's primarily open season, which a lot of people refer to as rifle season. A lot of people get really excited for this time of year, so if you hear gunshots going on in the background, that's going to be the answer to your question as to what that noise was. Open season does affect our horses just a little bit, but I'll go in depth about that later on. For now, let's get some grain measured out. Let's get some hay in those stalls, and let's get our horses in so we can do a quick check on them.
Hey everybody, I'm back.
That's right, guys. Today we also have Gavin with us, which is pretty exciting. He's not really here for any particular reason. He's just here to hang out and help. So, Gavin, your help is super appreciated today.
I sure hope so.
Doing? Can I see your nose? When they're eating, they're definitely a little on the scared side. But we did get some new toys for them. By we, I mean my mom. She got them a little ball and another little ball, and then of course my favorite toy, the little chicken. We'll let them eat and get back to the horses. So I mentioned earlier in the video that sometimes when hunting season arrives, it makes things a little interesting. So what happens is the horses are out in the pasture and then the gunshots start going off. And sometimes when that happens, it can make them a little jittery and nervous. And instead of coming in a nice orderly fashion, they sometimes come in very quickly, sometimes run into the wrong stalls. So today might be interesting. We'll see how it goes. Good morning, Poncho. I'm not seeing any that are acting extremely scared or nervous. Most of our horses are rather used to this by now. The only problems we have anymore are with the horses that are new, which we have a couple new horses at our stable. We'll see how it goes. Water bowl is not frozen. That's good to see. Falcon, good morning. Good morning, Falcon. All right, guys, it's guess that horse's name again. This time we're going to we got Falcon, Poe, Jack, Champ, Rebel. Who's this one, guys? Who's this one? Get a good look at him. Let me know down in the comments below what your best guess is. I'll be revealing it later in the video. And for anybody that skips ahead in the video and finds the name and then puts that down in the comments as though you guessed it and you know who you are, that doesn't count. All right, well, that was absolutely fantastic. No issues at all. That means one of two things. One, we train our horses really well. It's called bomb-proofing them, to make them used to loud noises and different scenarios so that when something bad happens or something abrupt happens, they don't get frightened by it as they normally would. Or it's option two, which is that hunting has not gone well for any of the hunters that are out today, so no one's fired a shot. Since I've been here, though, I've already heard one gunshot, so I know one person has at least fired a shot. Hey, buddy, did any of the horses come in for you a little agitated or nervous, or did they just go right in like normal?
They just went right in like normal.
Thank you, Gavin.
Yes.
So both herds came in completely fine. So I am so happy to see that. We've actually had years where they were all so nervous that what we would do is Took 2 people to do it, but we would open up the barn door and then go out with a lead rope and a halter, gently grab one and lead them in one at a time. Took a lot longer to get them all in, but it was the only way we could do it in an orderly way. If we let them all in, they just would have ran everywhere. No one would have went in their stalls. It just would have been very chaotic. Rocky, what are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Causing nothing but problems. That's all I see, right?
From me?
No, the donkeys.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what do you think about the donkeys?
They're pretty cute.
So in order to get the pasture set up for our miniature donkeys, there's a few things that's required. First, they need food. So we're going to bring them in a slice of hay. They actually only get 1 slice of hay. When we first got them, we were very concerned about them foundering. So we only gave them 1 slice, and that's it, basically. And then for the day, it was just whatever grass they had out in this pasture. Now that it's winter time, and now that we've talked with our vet and we have a better idea of the dietary needs of miniature donkeys, giving them 1 slice in the morning and then 1 slice at night, and they're doing quite well with that. They only seem really eager to get out here, don't you think?
Yeah.
All right, you boys, have a good day. Enjoy your hay. Stay warm. Next on our list is going to be taking out some hay. So we're doing 2 bales, 1 bale per pasture at this point in time. That may start going up. For now, that's just about what they need, combined with the hay that we're putting in the stalls. Gavin absolutely loves hay.
Gotta watch your head on this thing. It'll shock you real good. It happened to me before. Doesn't feel very great. Whoa! What is this? This isn't edible at all.
Hay's all done, and it's snowing. Oh, nice little snow too. We haven't gotten anything to stick yet, but it's coming. I know it is. All right, so now that all the horses are in and we have all the hay taken care of, we're gonna go and just do a quick check on them, make sure no one's shivering, make sure no blanket straps are hanging down. Did you guess the horse's name yet? Like I said, I'm only giving you 1 clue. Just 1. Any straps hanging? Looking good. You warm in there? You warm in there? Wow. Wow, nice and toasty. I like it. How are you doing? How are you doing, buddy? Huh? Ready to go out, I'm sure. All your straps are on. I mentioned in a previous video that Gavin actually has a weak skin and weak legs. And what I meant by that was that basically he's a thoroughbred. Now, thoroughbreds, most people know, are racing horses. And racing horses are really good at going really fast. But they're actually a lot more fragile than a quarter horse. So when it comes to dealing with thoroughbreds, they require more maintenance and more care, as well as more attention to smaller details. For example, when it rains, we put MTG, which is an oil that goes on his hooves. And that oil is basically similar to the oil that you see on ducks and how water just rolls right off of their feathers. So that oil helps water roll right off his legs, so he doesn't have any problems with that. His legs are smaller and they're also thinner. That way he can run faster. He's also taller than most horses. So he has smaller, thinner legs that are longer than most horses. And that all adds up to potential issues. So you got to keep a close eye on his fetlocks, his hoofs, as well as his leg in general. That requires more care for rein, as well as riding. You have to be careful the terrain that you're running on so that they don't break a leg or cause any problems there. So I hope that answers your question. That's what I've learned handling and taking care of Gavin. He's been a long-time customer of ours. He's been with us for the past 6 years, I think. Maybe 7 now. So he's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Joel, I've only been here for 2.5 years.
No, Gavin, I'm talking about the horse.
Oh, that makes more sense.
For those that are curious, we actually do not keep our horses in. We turn them out both day and night. The only times we keep them in is when there is a major storm or really bad weather. Then we will keep them all in, and we will give each of them water and hay. Usually that's in situations where we have a hurricane, a blizzard, or extremely cold temperatures with high wind chills. But these guys hate staying in. They like coming in, getting their feed, getting their medicine, getting checked on, and then getting turned out usually in around an hour or 2 at most. They've only been in, it is 10 o'clock, they've only been in for an hour and a half. And every single one is ready to be turned out. I mean, why would you stay in when you've got all that to go explore? There you go, buddy. Neat little background for you on Poncho. You see, Poncho actually came from a stable that kept their horses in for most of the day. Go ahead, Poncho. You're free to go, buddy. So when he came here, he actually had no idea he could spend so much time out in the pastures. So now that he's here and he's able to spend most of his days in the pastures instead of in the stall, he's really enjoyed it. When he first came here, he didn't know what to do with it. But now that he's had a taste of it, he definitely doesn't want to go back to that life, that's for sure. Just the size comparisons are just so funny when he stands there. Quick question for you guys. When you're working, does a song just randomly pop in your head and then just out of nowhere now you're singing that song in your head and you didn't even hear it that day? It just out of nowhere just came in and now it's stuck. Now this is a picture. The miniature donkeys and weather next to each other. Ooh, here you go. All right, guys, that is going to be it for our morning feeding. All the horses are turned out. We have the hay put in the pastures, and they're pretty much all eating out of the feeders. The grass is pretty much entirely gone. You know, you can actually see right there all the blankets going down. Yeah, they're all just eating at the feeders. The only thing that's really left to do is I got to scoop up that manure and move that out of the middle pasture and onto the compost pile. I'm hoping to get to that today. I hope you guys enjoy the feeding videos. It's times like this where I try my best not to be repetitive. From what you've said, you guys really enjoy the videos and enjoy feeding. But if there's anything that you guys want to see me include more, or you feel like you maybe want to see something that's a little less, let me know. I'm so thankful and appreciative to all you guys for helping the channel grow and for watching. And I appreciate all your positive feedback as well as your constructive criticism. So thank you guys. Appreciate it very much.
Oh, and don't forget to subscribe as well. What's up, champ? You interested in what we're doing? For the most part, this is what they do when they're out in the big fields all day. Just eat whatever grass is left, stand, and play with each other. Like Falcon and Poncho were just doing. So we went for lunch, just recently got back. Joel's back to the tractor work, and in that situation there's not much I can do. So I'm just walking around the fields. Look what we got here. We got Gavin. Look at him go. What an animal. But then we got me. I'm Gavin. We have two it's like Gavinception here.
Working on the pile here. As I was dumping manure over, these gates were not put here, and there was just an electrical wire that was low running across so the horses didn't come through while I was dumping the manure here. And some of the manure rolled off the top of the hill down and actually landed on the electric wire. And apparently this post had dry rotted right in the middle and completely just snapped right off down there. So we're gonna fix this using the best tool ever made, baler twine. You think Mom's gonna notice?
No.
You think she'll notice when she watches this on the video?
At that point, it's a possibility.
We just don't have the time right now to come through and put a new post in, or frankly the energy right now. So this is just going to get put on the very, 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 very long to-do list. Ta-da! You think it'll hold? Oh yeah!
So while Joel's been out here, I finished up feeding. All the horses are out now, and he's just about done. This is all that's left. A lot bigger than before, that's for sure.
All right, so it's getting dark, it's getting cold, and I'm ready for some dinner. So this is where we're gonna be ending the video for today, guys.
See you next time.